What's poppin', y'all? Me and Rich the Kid have had our back and forths in the past, and while I do like some of his music, I kind of feel bad for the quote-unquote hate that he's got recently. So, Vultures was just dropped recently. I'll do a video kind of talking about the rollout of it and give my slight thoughts. I don't do album reviews, but, I'll let you guys know if I liked it or not. I have listened to it, but I'm gonna hold my opinion until I listen a couple more times. So, Elliot Wilson, hip-hop journalist, very, very famous guy. If you don't know him, just look him up. He's been in the game forever. He said, Rich the Kid is the luckiest person on the planet. And this sentiment echoed at any other time. I feel like everybody would have hopped on board, including me. But the timing of this, it kind of comes across as hate. And Rich the Kid follows it up by saying, how the F I'm lucky. We made that song from scratch. Hating is not cool, bro. And I actually like this reply by Rich the Kid. It's kind of mature. It makes him feel like he looks like he got attacked and he's just defending himself. And this is in reference to the song Carnival, which amazing song. And this is where we got to show Rich the Kid some respect before I throw some criticism in there. So Rich the Kid, people were trying to hate on this song, saying, not hate on the song, hate on Rich the Kid by saying, man, you could just take Rich the Kid's part out and put anybody else and it would still hit. No, we're not going to do that. Rich the Kid was amazing on this song. He's an integral part of this song. Some people may say he has the best verse. That's their opinion. I definitely think he had a better verse than Cardi on here. I think he was an integral part of the song. Now, this isn't to knock Rich the Kid, but I will say that this really shows you the power of great production and a good executive producer, because this verse that Rich the Kid dropped and this flow is the same that he's been dropping for the past 9 years. This is no different, but you change up the production and you get other people on the song and suddenly it's sounding a lot different. So producers, hey, they may be more important than rappers, which I don't know if that's still a debate. Regardless, this is a great song. Rich the Kid, he contributed to the song. But the whole question is kind of that Elliot Wilson was alluding to is, how does Rich the Kid even end up here? Which kind of makes sense, right? Let's keep it a buck. Man, we need a let's keep it a buck counter, because in one of the other videos, I'm surprised, one of the videos I released recently, I'm surprised nobody made a mention of it, because I was listening back to it. I was like, I said it so many times, this video. But without me deviating into a different topic, Rich the Kid is pretty lucky, because when we talk about the skill of a rapper, right? Rich the Kid is not that skillful. He's a decent rapper. I'll give him that. Decent rapper. He's got a cool flow, and he's been using that flow, and I'm not tired of Rich the Kid's flow. I'm really not. And I do think when someone has their own flow, it's really lame when people come in and say, man, you got to switch up the flow. He's the only one. You want him to switch up the flow to the one that everybody else is copying from whoever's quote unquote original at that time? Come on. With that being said, Rich the Kid, this guy had a collaboration album with YoungBoy when Rich the Kid was like a meme, when he was just being joked on, when YoungBoy was scorching hot and wasn't working with anybody else. It's not like he just got a song with YoungBoy. He got a whole project with him, which was a huge accomplishment. Who has YoungBoy even done collaboration projects? Very, very few people. And YoungBoy could have done a collaboration project with anybody. So YoungBoy ditches J. Cole in the studio. And I'm not saying he goes to work with Rich the Kid that same night, but he ditches J. Cole, and then he just kicks it with, not that same night, to make it clear, but he does an entire project with Rich the Kid, which is damn, you just struck gold. And then what happens after that? Rich the Kid gets a joint album, project, mixtape, whatever you want to call it, with Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne, the GOAT Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's done few collaborative projects. You've got Birdman, obviously, people he was signed to, or a person he was signed to, and then the projects he did when he was younger. But since Lil Wayne, since 2011, who has he really done collaborative projects with? Other than, all I can think of off the top of my head is Collie Grove with 2 Chainz, which 2 Chainz can actually rap better than Rich the Kid. And while they were doing these, 2 Chainz was pretty big, and he was pretty hot. He had hits. Rich the Kid, it wasn't the same case when it came to when he worked with Lil Wayne. So keep it pushing, right? What else happened? We can't forget about Rich the Kid having found Frank Ocean somehow, which that's years and years ago. But the whole thing is Rich the Kid is a networker, right? And he's always in the right rooms. Everybody just seems to like him. And now he's on a #1 song, which is crazy. This song is probably about to go #1. It's #1 on Spotify global charts. I think it did almost 6 million streams the first day. So he might actually have the biggest song of his entire career, which shout out to Rich the Kid. Rich the Kid definitely is always working. That guy's always recording. Also, shout out to him for bringing back the crew on Rich Forever, which funnily enough, I made that video about Rich the Kid's label, and then he brings them back a month or two later, which I think it's actually cool that he brought them back. I mean, Famous Dex was struggling without them, and it seems to be the case that Famous Dex is also coming at or doing certain artists greasy, but it is what it is. The problem, I wouldn't say the problem, but the eerie thing about Rich the Kid and why he's such a mystery is we've never even really heard the guy speak. He's kind of like an NPC. Like, whenever you see Rich the Kid, if he's during an interview, he's like, it's like he's either high or he just says like one word and he's like, yeah, or he used to say that way. Or he'll just say 2 words, and it's like, okay. Like, you kind of scratch your head, and you're like, well, this guy's around everybody all the time. But whenever we hear him speak, he says a bunch of nothing, and he kind of just exists. So it doesn't even, and his music's not amazing. So what is it? I think that's the most captivating part about Rich the Kid is like, what is it about this guy that he ends up at the right place at the right time almost every time? And it's kind of, I think some people sort of look at him, I wouldn't say a cockroach, that's disrespectful, but they just look at him like, yo, this guy does not want to fall off. Because Rich the Kid's been in this since mixtape era. Like, we're talking live mixtapes. This guy's doing projects with Skippa da Flippa. I mean, if you guys, I don't even know if I still have that video up, but back in like 2017, I was talking about Rich the Kid, how he escaped from being like the Migos cheerleader. He was like the 4th Migo. And then he pretty much has his own brand now. Nobody even really associates him with the Migos unless you were listening to their stuff way back when. So this guy's, and let's keep in mind he had his hits too, like Plug Walk and New Freezer. And I don't know if Rich the Kid is independent right now or he's signed to another deal. I know he got like different management, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Has he even really dropped songs? I know he dropped a song with Polo G last year, which I thought was pretty good. Yeah, I think he's got a joint label deal. He's kind of independent too right now. So the fact that he's making these moves on his own, I'm impressed by, and I just got to show him respect. Like, the song is amazing, his part is amazing, and he made it happen, and I'm just willing to accept the fact that Rich the Kid is a mystery we'll never be able to figure out. I've never heard Rich the Kid give more than 2 to 3 coherent sentences put together. I've never seen Rich the Kid have a conversation. And also, like, Rich the Kid is great at skateboarding, which is something that he's been doing since he was a kid. But there's a lot of lore, I feel like, that is undiscovered with Rich the Kid that we'll never get. And I'm okay with that. I think it makes him an interesting character. Also, like, he was known for like capping a lot, or people saying he was capping like with rented vehicles and all that, but I don't know if any of that is true. I know Rich the Kid is most definitely not broke, and yeah, let's see. Actually, I'm really inclined to see how Rich the Kid capitalizes on this song, because this is going to be the biggest song he's ever had, or the highest charting song he's ever had. I do think this song will last a while, especially if Ye decides to go on tour. Oh, don't even, like, it's going to go crazy at that point. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about let me know. I'm not going to cut that out. I just started laughing because I started thinking about something else. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do you think that was hating by Elliott Wilson? Do you think Rich the Kid's part on the song was great? Do you agree with my production line where I was saying that, production can really make somebody sound a lot greater than they are, which it's not to knock Rich the Kid on this song. I gave him his props here. But yeah, just let me know all your thoughts about this topic in the comments. I pretty much read all of them. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.